are Soil Association? What do they do? Why are they there? Do we need them? Today, that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to literally take who are the Soil Association. You'll often hear me talking about them as if you're meant to know who they are. So this is a short video, hopefully explaining to you who they are. And I brought Mr. Farming. I brought Defra with me.
That's it. So I'm going to keep it brief. Interestingly, the Soil Association... What?
That's because you think I'm never brief.
Yeah, well, you said we should keep it brief. So let's keep it short. The Soil Association is quite interesting, actually. They actually were founded in 1946. And they were a charity that was set up after the war. There had been a huge amount of intensive farming to feed the war effort, and they decided that we should go back almost like allotment farming, using manure, using things that didn't deplete the soil, no nitrate fertilizers, and that was really the idea. And it was on one farm, and that was the charity that was set up in Suffolk. Yeah, so they set up a charity,
and it really was a group of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And they wanted to grow the membership, and that's now actually up to 6,000 farms. But what has happened over the evolution is the trend for organic allowed them to realise that the thing that they should be doing is certifying people to a standard. So actually setting a standard. So in 1973, they brought out the standard of which you should grow food.
All right, historian.
I know.
That's meant to be me. I did a history degree.
So at that point, it became an actual standard. They set up a separate business, which is the certification body, also called Soil Association. A little bit confusing, but it's owned by the main charity.
So it began as food. Like it definitely began as food and farming.
The mandate for the Soil Association is to enhance and support humane, healthy food, land, and it's all about sustainability. So they got in 1973, they set out a certification, which is where it all started in food, and that was to prove that you weren't using pesticides, you were using the right sort of resources, so that you could say to your customer, and the customer who was increasingly becoming worried about the quality of the food, because there is a recognised difference in quality, knew that what they were getting, if you were buying food from a Soil Associated certified farm, you were getting the good stuff.
And we end at a point now where 70% of certified organic food in the UK comes through the Soil Association. They are the biggest food certifier. If you start looking for that little badge, which if I can, I'll pop on the screen somewhere around here. Then that is something you see on food quite a lot, particularly if you're in a Waitrose. They're probably the strongest in terms of organic food. Okay, so how did beauty get into it?
Well, just slightly before that, in the 90s, the European Union brought out a mandate, a directive, which set a standard that meant that you needed a certification to call yourself organic if you were producing food. In food,
not in beauty.
Well, that's the reason I mention it, because at that point it was you had to. If you were in the European Union and you wanted to call your food organic, you had to get someone, and in the UK it was Soil Association, to certify you to do it.
Which is so right.
Which is so the way it should be. Unfortunately, that has yet to be the case for beauty and cosmetics. So the Soil Association, being the great charity and certification body they are, decided that they'd start the process of putting this right, and they then came up with their own standard. You don't have to have it to call yourself organic, which is where greenwashing comes in. We've talked a lot about that, we'll talk a bit more about it, but that is it. So at least you know that it's come from people that are passionate about sustainability, passionate about quality, passionate about organic, and they set the best standard, frankly, globally, for certifying organic and natural skincare.
A grumpy Kirsty face. So they were food.
Kirsty's going to Westminster.
They moved into beauty, despite the fact that the EU have not moved into beauty certification for organic. There is still, and please don't watch this, Mom, it's just a massive head fuck for me, is there's still no control of beauty. And so the best you can do is go with a standard like Soil Association, which is what we have done with our brand. But just top line, so you know, if you see Soil Association organic on a beauty bottle, it has to have 70% of the ingredients have to be from an organic farming source, from organic soil. They allow up to 30% natural. If you want me to explain organic and natural, go and have a look at the 2 words, 1 myth video, which is on YouTube, where I draw my little trees, because it kind of, in a nutshell, explains it. And that's why you will see most real organic beauty bottles will have a Soil Association badge and then a percentage that will go between made with 70 to 100% organic ingredients, and it will have to tell you the percentage on the front. And that really is Who Soil Association. They're doing a good job. There are other certifications across the world.
Yep.
They are not the only one. They're the very obvious one here for us because they're UK, and they are the strictest globally. There will be other videos where we talk about more about their standards, more about their beauty certifications, and who they are competing against, because they do have competitors. Should we do a quick Cosmos update while we're in here?
Well, yeah, so what it has led to is actually a harmonisation where, because of the confusion from there being different organic bodies across the world, but mainly Europe, they're actually trying to create a harmonisation so that everyone meets a similar or the same standard.
This is beauty now, we're
This is beauty, still just in beauty, and because again there's no European directive to say it has to be at this level, so they've done it themselves, which is an admirable thing to do, and it's called Cosmos. It deserves a video of its own. But if you
will get one.
Yes, it will.
Put
Absolutely
it on the list.
It will. And then we'll explain how Soil Association has essentially become a tandem, a dual thing along with Cosmos, and that's the sort of thing you should be looking for when you're buying your beauty products.
So that one will come. Who Cosmos are to Soil Association. And the reason we're talking about Soil Association is because we're about to be in the amazing month of May, which is Organic Beauty Week, and the huge national campaign coming out of Soil Association for Organic Beauty. So keep your eyes out, because there will be tons going on, really kind of pushing the word for organic beauty throughout the month of May.
And you'll be able to impress your friends with the history of the Soil Association.
I cannot believe I let you do a history lesson when I'm the historian. However, he is the farmer. Those of you that haven't ever dealt into Luke's past before, he played rugby a lot, professional rugby player, but his family are all farmers.
That's right.
So Sheriff family farms. Dad's
so I did the farming bit, you did the beauty bit.
And the only job interview he ever applied for, he did get a civil service job, and they wanted to put him in DEFRA.
I know, and I said no.
He said, if I'm not James Bond,
No,
I'm out of here.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go and sell some...
Farming, spying...
I'm going to go and sell some hand cream.
Yeah, that's more like it.
If you have enjoyed this, and if you think I should invite Luke along for any more of these, then let me know. YouTube has been a ball. I hope that has really helped clear up who Soil Association are and a bit of their history. Give us a thumbs up. Tell me if you want Luke to stay or not stay, and what you want to learn about next.